welcome back again to another episode in the daily portion of German. This is Ron Dittmars talking to you from the Erasmus Academy Studios, and our guest speaker today is CJ. CJ, you want to say hello?
Hello.
Great. So this is a story of Franz Kafka. You see a picture of him at 20 years old on the screen, and the short story is called Ein Bericht für eine Akademie, a report for an academy. And the level, as I mentioned earlier, is a little bit higher than you would expect at a normal German proficiency, language proficiency exam for German. So if you can get through this text and understand it, you're in great shape to pass probably any proficiency exam. So I try to mention the level of difficulty as we begin these passages. So here's one picture, and then here is a picture of typical scene of Prague, where he grew up and lived. And then this is the text we're doing for today. 25.2, a little bit smudged out, sorry for that. Okay, so our normal procedure is I'll read it aloud, and then CJ will repeat after me. Please read with him to get a feel of the sense of the flow of the sentences, and then I'll ask him questions and try to reply to those as we piece together the meaning. Okay, here we go. Diese Leistung wäre unmöglich gewesen. Everybody?
Diese Leistung wäre unmöglich gewesen,
Wenn ich eigensinnig hätte an meinen Ursprung,
wenn ich eigensinnig hätte an meinem Ursprung,
an den Erinnerungen der Jugend festhalten wollen.
an den Erinnerungen der Jugend festhalten wollen.
Okay, so just up to here. Let me see if I can get the marker going. Can you see that? All right. Okay,
Mhm.
so up to here, we always ask for the verb complex first, subject second, and direct object if there is one third. Where's the verb complex?
Wäre gewesen.
Good. Now this is wäre is a subjunctive, and if you try to put this into the indicative, then you can pretty easily move from the indicative to the subjunctive, giving it a hypothetical sort of flavor. So war gewesen is just pluperfect. He had been, or it had been, and wäre would be it would have been, wäre gewesen. Where's the subject?
Diese Leistung,
Yeah, so this accomplishment or achievement would have been impossible. And then wenn ich, then from here all the way down to where we read, this is pretty complicated. So where would you identify the verb complex? And by saying verb complex, I mean all of the verbs that are identified together as building the verb of the sentence.
hätte festhalten wollen,
Yeah, so he had, CJ went all the way beyond the comma to the next phrase to complete the meaning of this hätte. So hätte festhalten wollen. And if you had that in the indicative, it would be he had wanted to hold on to, so festhalten. But how would it be in the subjunctive?
if I would have wanted to hold on to.
Exactly. Yeah. If I would have wanted, no, I'm sorry. If I had wanted, because had is also has the sense of the subjunctive in English. If I had wanted to hold on to, would be. So eigensinnig is means willingly as an adverb, which we indicate with a jagged line. So you can't really write that very well with this pen. Writer. If I had wanted to hold on to, and then dative is what you would expect. So where's the first dative?
With an meinem Ursprung,
Yeah, on my origin. There is origin. And then what else? On, if I wanted to hold
den Erinnerungen.
on to the memories of youth or my youth. You want to just do those first several sentences right down to there, CJ?
Sure.
Slowly so we can follow.
All right. This accomplishment would have been impossible if I had wanted to hold on to my origin and onto the memories of youth.
Good. You just omitted putting this little adverb. If I had wanted willingly to hold on to.
Okay.
Good, but great. Great. Going on. Gerade Verzicht. You see, this is a smaller passage for today, so I'm sure you're feeling very comfortable about this, everybody. Gerade Verzicht auf jeden Eigensinn war das oberste Gebot. Everybody?
Gerade Verzicht auf jeden Eigensinn war das oberste Gebot.
Okay, so Verzicht is denial or avoidance. So especially avoidance. And where's the verb?
War,
Yeah, here's your verb, var. And then just a predicate noun is, and var just connects two nominatives, like an equation. Instead of being a transitive verb, this is the commandment, was the supreme or the highest commandment um, in every auf jeden Eigensinn, which Eigensinn is self-will, for every self-will. Now, going on, das ich mir auferlegt hatte. Everybody?
das ich mir auferlegt hatte.
So this das is a relative pronoun, and what is its antecedent? What does it refer back to?
Gebot.
Yeah, so you might think, and I made this mistake initially, that maybe it refers back to the Eigensinn, but this is a, nom, sorry, a masculine accusative, but here you have a neuter, so it has to agree in noun, in gender and number. So it refers back to this, the supreme commandment, which I, and then this means laid upon myself, which I had laid upon or which I had imposed upon myself. Okay, going on. Ich, freier Affe, fügte mich diesem Joch.
Ich, freier Affe, fügte mich diesem Joch.
So fügen with reflexive means to accommodate, to yield, or to acquiesce. So I, a free ape, notice that er is an adjective ending for the nominative singular, um, yielded, past tense, yielded to this yoke. So yielded to, and remember the datives don't have the prepositions that we normally expect in English, so you just have, it's subsumed in the dative itself. Going on, dadurch verschlossen sich mir aber ihrerseits die Erinnerungen immer mehr.
Dadurch verschlossen sich mir aber innerseits die Erinnerungen immer mehr.
Verb is?
Verschlossen sich.
Good, yeah, this is a reflexive pronoun. Verschlossen sich, that's the verb complex right there. And verschließen means to close, or you could say we're lost to me, dative. So thereby, and where's the subject of that sentence?
Die Erinnerungen.
Good. Sometimes, if we follow our pattern, you would say they are, or they were closed, verschlossen sich, and then you have to look at the or they were lost, and then you look for a plural subject, which isn't at the beginning, but it's right here, as CJ correctly identified. So from their perspective, so from the perspective of the memories, they were lost to me. They were more and more were lost to me. So as he's going through this procedure of moving from his apehood into human form or whatever, he's losing his gradually he's losing these memories. You want to do the whole thing from the first, so we can follow again? Let's see, we did the
Sure.
first one. Why don't you go gerade Verzicht, so especially avoidance.
Okay. Especially avoidance. Okay, avoidance
Or
especially was the central commandment in every self-will, which I had submitted to myself.
Yeah, submitted, or which I had laid upon, or which I
Committed to.
I imposed upon myself.
I, a free ape,
This is a
acquiesced myself,
good.
Yielded to the yoke, to this yoke.
Right.
Accordingly, the memories from their perspective more and more abandoned me.
Good. Yeah. abandoned me or were lost to me. Great. All right. Thanks so much. Great job on that short passage. Thanks for tuning in and see you later. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.